What's up, everyone? Welcome into Mikey's Boardroom. I'm Mikey.
I'm Krista.
And this is our boardroom. Tonight we're going to record a little channel update, collection update, talk about things we bought recently and just kind of an update on where the channel's going. We did one of these a few months back and then we sort of never did it again. So this is going to be things I backed on Kickstarter and GameFound, as well as purchases I made, retail purchases, late pledges, things we're getting rid of, and then also just a little update on where we're headed with our channel, because we've kind of been taking a little bit of a break, falling behind because of the holidays and we got sick and all that. So we'll cover all that. Timestamps below, and without
further ado, take your shot.
Let's jump into what we backed on Kickstarter. So first.
This looks cute.
First thing I backed, Paint the Roses.
That looks cute, but let me guess, she's like an evil child.
No, so this is a cooperative puzzle game.
Okay. Ooh, you're all ready.
Exactly. We're working together, and it's like a deduction game where we're trying to solve a puzzle that changes as you play. And so you're basically painting the queen's roses.
Wow.
Painting the roses.
Okay,
red.
I get it. Like
and then what she wants painted and all sorts of stuff changes as the game goes. So you have to adapt.
Okay.
So the game difficulty
adapts. So far.
So it just seems right up our alley because we can work together. Because whenever it's a puzzle game we go head to head at, I just blow you out of the water. It's not even fun.
It's probably because I get really into it, and I think I overthink it.
You overthink everything. But yeah, so cooperative puzzle game, deduction. It just seems really, really fun. It was relatively a lot of cheap games I backed this last quarter. I guess this would be.
That.
So really, really cool looking. Really, really fun looking. Got a lot of really good reviews as well from like Board Game Co. and all the big ones. Really, really liked it. So that is the first one I backed. Can't wait for that one. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That one looks exciting. I'll give you that.
Yeah, exactly. Can't. I don't know. Can't complain, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Were you stroking?
Were you stroking sounds different than did you have a stroke. Seems like two separate questions. Did you have a stroke and were you stroking?
Dirty.
No, I was not stroking. Yes, I did have a stroke. All right, so the next game I backed is For Glory. So this is a
like FOUR or FOR.
For like
right there. I was looking for
For Glory.
I get it.
Because it's gladiators.
For Sparta.
So it's a deck building game for Sparta. Same four though. Same four as for Sparta.
But then I thought about that really good show, Spartacus. You remember Spartacus, where they painted him gold?
Yeah, I remember that.
Never forget that.
You'll never forget the part where they painted him gold. I don't know why I'm going up and down. Yes, For Glory. So it's a deck building game where you basically.
You
yeah, no.
Sorry.
Where you're running your own. What's it called? Where you have like you're the owner of the gladiators. What's that? You're running your own. It probably says something here. There's a specific word.
You're the master.
There's a specific the master, I guess. But there's a specific word for running a gladiator ring or whatever.
I don't know.
Anyways, it's a deck building game where you're running your own gladiator. You own your own gladiators and everything.
I think I got that.
Should I tell you one more time that you're running a gladiator thing, whatever it's called?
But what are they called?
You're running it. Anyways, it's a deck builder. So you start with a less worse gladiators. You work and you build your way up to having good gladiators, and we're trying to go against each other, trying to have the most powerful gladiators. Anyways, this Kickstarter.
So it's basically that show, Spartacus.
Sure, yeah, it's gladiators. So I guess so. But
I saw Spartacus. When you scroll down, it said Spartacus.
Did it? Okay,
yeah.
I
did.
So I mean,
thank you very much.
Yeah, that's.
So you passed. No, it was down.
That's right around the same area.
See, Spartacus.
See? The card. Okay. For some reason, it's only half loading card, so I'm gonna go right here where it looks okay. But I don't know. The theme seemed really cool. It seemed like something you and I could get into. Deck builders. We tend to like deck builders. This is actually a Kickstarter for the expansion that's coming out for it. So the For Glory game that's already come out is really good. It's really solid. We know it's solid. Getting an expansion. It was another cheap one, so I figured that seems popular. Had really good reviews from people who had played it.
Do we have the game? You said this is an expansion?
No, it's an expansion, but we didn't have the base game. So I got the base game, and we're getting the expansion too.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Just seemed right up our alley with the way that it plays and the theme and everything. And then, like I said, it had really good reviews of people who played it and really good reviews for the first one that came out. So, or the base game that came out. So, it seemed like another no-brainer for us, and the price was right. So, can't complain. All right, next board game that we bought.
That one looks interesting, by the way. I'm not stoked for it.
You liked the first one.
It looked like there was a lot of reading on the cards.
Once you know the system, though, I don't think it'll be that bad.
Okay.
Where? Let me see a card. That's a lot of reading.
Well, when you have when you're building a deck based off of those cards,
and
you have to remember those things.
Maybe. I don't know.
Seems like
I don't know how hard.
So that's my only critique of this thus far.
You saw the Kickstarter page and you can confirm there's too much writing on the cards. Get on that. We need more iconography. Okay. The next one I backed is Resident Evil.
Ooh, okay.
So
you know I'm a fan of the movie.
This is a board game based off the first video game.
Okay. See, I never played the video game.
I love the Resident Evil games. My favorite's Resident Evil 4, but I really liked Resident Evil 2. I never played the first one, actually, so I'm stoked for this.
I've never played any.
Love the Resident Evil board games. You like the movies, which those
special place in my heart.
Yeah, exactly. Those came out at just the right time of your life.
I think they were like the first scary movies I'd ever seen. And I watched them with my dad. Okay. My mom hated it.
As far as Resident Evil goes, they're pretty crappy. Yeah. But as far as just like a separate kind of like crappy horror thriller or whatever, they're fine. Anyways, it's like a campaign survival horror. So you're putting tiles down, going through, taking your person right here, going through trying to survive all the different zombies that spawn. Ammo is going to be limited since it's Resident Evil, so you can't just like you probably haven't heard of the game Zombicide.
I've heard the name, actually.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. Okay. But this one, you're not going through just, like, killing tons of zombies. You're more, like, trying to stay alive, trying to preserve your ammo, trying to, like, make it to the next room. It's more survival horror rather than just, like, kill everything horror.
So is it like that one game we played with, like, the werewolf and... we played it for Halloween. What was it called?
Horrified?
Is it kind of like that?
No, it's different than that. Because Horrified was, like, a cooperative game where we were going together. This, I guess, is cooperative, but... I can kind of see how you compared the two, but no, it's not really like that at all. This, instead of going around like a set map, you're actually like, there's like a stack of these tiles, and you're building the map as you play.
Interesting.
So like, it's like I enter this, so like you have a set amount of map, and then you get to this room, you're like, I'm going to go through this door, so then you place what the map is right there. And then you continue on, and then it'll say spawn these zombies. So there's lots of games that use that type of system. But this one specifically also had really, really good reviews from people who played it, like Board Game Co. and King of Average. Really liked it. And the setup is supposed to be really quick, which is a positive for us.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is supposed to be really, really tense, and it's like you feel like very like on the edge of your seat, just trying to make it to the next play. You've never felt tense from a board game?
Only from that one.
What one?
Where we had to connect the tubes or something.
Curious Cargo.
That's the only
Edge of her seat. Curious Cargo. Connecting blue pipes and red pipes. Oh man. Thriller.
Yep, that gets me going.
Curious Cargo. So I just backed the base. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any of the expansions.
Yeah, I'm not psyched that.
I don't think I'm going to get. I don't think I'm gonna get the all in because it comes with lots of stuff I don't need. If I get, the most I would get is the base game and the 2 expansions. But at least the base looks really fun. And it's Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil, so I want to give it a shot.
I'm going to give it a shot.
You're less than thrilled about this one?
I feel absolutely nothing. I feel neutral.
I thought you might like it. If it's fun, then it could win you over.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be fun.
I see a lot of minis.
Yeah, lots of minis. That's how they get you on Kickstarter. These are the 2 expansions that I may or may not get. We'll see. I'm kind of waiting to see how...
All the games I haven't really liked have just included a lot of minis. And so, like...
Yeah. Well, that's different, because we've been playing war games with minis and area control. This is not area control or war game at all. It's completely different. So that's Resident Evil. That is the third thing I backed.
Alrighty.
In the last little bit. I don't know. This is going back... This is... like October through December, basically. Okay. The next game that I backed is called Hanamakoji. Geisha's Road.
Okay. Did you ever see Memoirs of a Geisha?
No. Was it good?
I remember really liking it. I was probably way too young to watch it. I just remember not being allowed to watch it, and I watched it anyways with my friend, and we got in a lot of trouble.
Geisha was like...
I didn't understand it all, though. Like, I was really confused by a lot of it. I was way too young.
Yeah. I never saw it. I always wanted to, though. I heard it was good.
We watched that one, and we watched the original It. And we got in so much trouble. I was probably like 8 or 9.
I love Georgie.
I was probably 8 or 9.
Yeah, it was a good one. The Tim Curry one.
That was the last time I watched it.
It is not aged. It's not scary at all.
Okay.
He's like, and all of a sudden, like he's like the camera will be moving, and all of a sudden he's just in a shot, and he's like. It's like, dun! It just goes fast, and I'm like, what? That's funny. Okay, so anyways, Hanama Koji is a game that came out like 2013 or 2014. Really solid game. It's supposed to be amazing at 2 players. Mm-hmm. And then this is a standalone expansion or a standalone second game called Geisha's Road that's supposed to also be really fun. So I backed the one that gets us both. I don't think I did everything. I did this one right here. So again, another cheap game, $40. Mm-hmm. Got me Hanama Koji and then Hanama Koji Geisha's Road. Then whatever Geisha's Road, and then whatever the collector bookcase is. What are you saying? Whatever the collector's bookcase is, it's some like collector thing that comes in the Kickstarter campaign.
Okay, so it looks.
But
small,
you're basically trying. Yeah, exactly. I think you have cards, and you're getting those cards, and then there's different geishas that you're trying to like deliver what they want to each geisha.
Okay,
but
that sounds
that's I don't know, super another one that has just amazing reviews.
Okay.
And then I've been wanting to pick up Hanama Koji for a little while, and so when this came up, I was just like, whatever, I'm just going. It's $40 for both. I'm getting it all.
Okay.
So that is the next one that I picked up.
That one actually looks interesting.
The art looks really cool and just lots of stuff.
The game looks interesting. Is there anything we've played like that?
This one uses lots of like elements that we've used before, but it's nothing like exactly like this, obviously. But like I said, like
it does look interesting.
Like card drafting, I think, and then you have the hand of cards, and you're trying to like get the different things.
I look forward to trying that one.
Yeah, that one's cool. Hanama Koji.
It's cold out here.
It's very cold. Is that why you're rushing me along, tapping the paper?
No, I was thinking about straightening it, and then I was like, nah, I won't be nitpicky.
Okay, all right. Next one that I backed. This one's called King Hill. So yet another cheap sub $80, sub $70
game or whatever.
Vibes
just based on the mountains.
This one is it's like a worker placement card. You like some worker placement games?
Name one.
Dune. Imperium. Okay. You gave that a 5 out of 5.
I didn't realize that was worker placement.
What do you mean? You're placing workers.
I don't pay attention.
Paladins you liked. That one is worker placement. I don't know. Worker placement you like. You just don't like it when I say worker placement. It's a worker placement card battler. It's 2 players only. So I saw that and I was like, okay. That's like basically
the universe.
How we play, yeah. I heard it's very different, very unique. There's not like really anything out there that does what it's doing.
Okay.
A game that feels fresh and different while simultaneously giving me one of the tighter worker placement experiences I've played. Easily recommending. So I don't know. I backed this one just because it like looked really fun. It's 2 players. It sounds cool. It's got things that we like. The art's amazing. It's relatively cheap, and it's supposed to be different. And so that alone, when somebody says it's different and like something they've never really played before.
That's how you know it's not different, though. It's like the people when you seat them at the table and they say, "I'll take care of you. I'm a good tipper," and then they leave you like $2 on a $100 bill. That's how you know.
Go get yourself a shiny new pair of shoes.
Okay, my favorite. Did I ever tell you about this one guy who put a stack of cash on the table? And every time he was like disappointed, he'd take $1 off.
That's like a thing. There was like a comedian who came up with that. So that's like you put the stack of ones and you say, "This is your potential tip." And every time you make a mistake, I'll take money off of your thing.
I just said, screw that table. Like,
I forget who. I'm pretty sure there was a comedian that had that.
That's probably why he did it.
But yeah, that guy's not original, and he's a jerk.
Yeah.
If you're a jerk and you're original, it's kind of like, okay, you get a pass. But
being a waitress.
Unless it was that comedian. In which case.
I mean, famous people came into where I work.
Yeah,
so.
a lot, quite often.
But I would not have any idea.
Yeah. Okay, so that's King Hill. Just really, really cool. It's sort of a smaller. This one's not like a huge company that not like some of the other ones we'll talk about or have talked about. It's more true like Kickstarter. They needed the money so they could fund this. It wasn't just a company getting a free loan, basically.
Okay.
So really cool. Want to support it. Different, like I said, when somebody says it's different, I want to be there for that.
So do the cards play off of each other?
Yes. It's a card battler, so I'm assuming so. Okay. I watched the playthrough whenever this was going on. It looked really fun. Now that it's been a few months, I don't really remember as much, but there's peasant tokens, so...
Queen tokens?
You are the token queen. And this is for me.
The stone tokens?
Stone tokens.
Because you got a heart of stone?
Sure. Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one.
Or were you thinking you're a stone cold fox?
That too. Both of those. See, I told you I'm a stone token. All of those.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. Token.
Stone token.
That's like the last place my mind went.
Stone token, bro.
Okay.
Okay, that is King Hill. This next one I know you're going to be very excited about.
Oh, no. I'm terrified.
The next one is Lords of Ragnarok. I know you like the Ragnarok part. But you know what this is.
Do I?
It looks awesome. Tell me how awesome it looks.
I don't.
This one to me.
I don't know how I'm supposed to react. I don't understand. Are cool.
Why?
How do I know what it is?
What do you mean? You're looking right at it.
But you said you know what Ragnarok is.
Well, Ragnarok, like the Norse mythology, like when the
world
ended,
I was
the
like,
apocalypse,
do I know about this game?
Yeah. I know you're a big fan of Norse mythology.
Yeah.
So that's why I backed to this.
I was holding my breath like that we talked about this game. That's why I backed
this area control.
Oh no. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. Look at all those minis. Oh
no. This one will hopefully, I believe it will. It will hopefully hold its value. Because I just part of me just knows that you're gonna hate this game, and so I know that we're gonna play it, gonna record it, gonna review it, and then I'm just gonna sell it because you're never gonna play it. Part of me thinks you might actually like it because it's different enough in certain ways from like Kemet and some of the stuff that you've hated. It's different enough that I'm hoping you will enjoy it. But I'm looking at this like a buy it, cover it, sell it, and hopefully make.
If it's not repetitive.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
There's multiple paths of victory, multiple win conditions. You can win it through area control, but you can also win it through other ways as well. So there's powers and abilities, which is fun. I don't know. Okay. Part of me thought there might be enough there that you will like it, but part of me also knows that it's area control, and you hate area control.
But if it's just repetitive,
so,
exactly. But if it's not, because I like Brew.
Yeah. Brew was area control. You're right. Yeah.
There's just multiple things to do in it.
So I don't know.
Okay, I'll go into it.
Like I said, I'm hoping that we can play this. If you don't like it, I'll be able to sell it for maybe only losing like a little bit of money. And you look at like a rental. I pay a little bit of money to play it and then sell it. If I lose $20, I rented it for $20. Okay. That's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, to me, this is like the second I saw this, I wanted to buy it. It's a sequel to Lords of Hellas, which is another game. I never played it. Okay. But that one's really fun. This one's very similar and also really fun. I think this one's, a lot of people say it's better, so.
Okay. We'll give it a go.
I thought about skipping it and just getting Lords of Hellas, but I was like, whatever, we'll give it a go. So that is Lords of Ragnarok.
Okay.
The next one that I backed is Resurgence. This one is another really, really cool looking game. I think you might actually like this one. It's like a bag building, base building.
Bag building?
Like you build a bag that you draw out of, sort of like like bullet kind of, not really bullet, but like you build a bag, you put things in a bag, and then you draw from that bag. Okay. Build base building, so you have a base that you're sort of upgrading and all that, and then worker placement, so you're sending workers out. And
I'm listening.
Gathering things and then upgrading things that you have and building your bag. It's competitive, so we're going to go against each other, but it's set, here, listen to this, set amidst the ruins of a post-apocalyptic Moscow. But you basically start with survivors and a small handful of resources, and then every round you kind of, it's also, I think it's also hidden movement. You like secretly pick where your workers are going to go, and then they gather things and use those things to upgrade and all stuff like that. So sort of a lot of different aspects that we like going on. Another one that had really good reviews, and the designer Stanislav, that one,
Stanislav.
I'll butcher it. That guy, he's like a well-known designer. He's designed some really, really well-known popular games. So this is sort of his next one. Another game that was pretty cheap, like $55. I'll take that all day. Okay. All day.
You can tell you're not the one in charge of the budget because he's cheap, $55.
For a Kickstarter board game, that's cheap. It's not,
I know.
It's $55. It's not $150 for whatever. Looks right up our alley. The art's cool. The theme's cool, and it seems like something that you actually will enjoy as well. So I try to jump on those.
Okay. Yeah, right. You do. What do you call our last 4 playthroughs?
Can't always get your way. The next one is.
I can't at Burger King. What's the get your way? Burger King?
No, Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr.
No.
I thought it was Burger King.
Have your way. Tastes better.
See, so I'll just go there.
Go ahead and pick me up a Whopper.
Are they they have the Impossible Burger, right? Okay, yeah. I'll do that. I'll pick you up.
Well, if you're getting Impossible one, I gotta get a double Whopper to make up for what blah, blah,
no.
blah, blah. Okay. The next one is Weather Machine. This is the last game that I backed over the past couple months. This one is another Vitalis Lacerda game.
I like the little meeple guy. I don't even know what you said. Tool. Yeah, what's he from? I remember tagging him.
Oh, he did the art for Merv, which you probably remember him from.
Yes.
He also did the art for these two here, or not these two. Oh,
Innis, right?
He did it for, I'm looking right at Lisboa. Did he do it for Gallerist? I don't think he did. But yeah, Lisboa, and then he did the art for some other ones.
Okay.
Both of these games are Lacerda games. He makes very heavy, very complex Euro games, and then O'Toole does cool art.
Okay.
So this one is a whole. There's this guy, this professor right here.
I like him. He's cute. He reminds me of
what's his name?
The KFC guy.
I forget his. Oh, Professor Lative.
He's not as cute in that picture.
He runs around. He's got a weather machine.
No! He's gonna wreak havoc.
Yeah. Well,
it's not okay to control weather.
It's not.
It's not okay.
I'm looking at you, China.
I was more thinking like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that too. When you make it rain hamburgers and hot dogs, and you never know what's gonna happen. Next thing, there's pancakes the size of your house.
I like how you took it so far, though.
Also, China. Anyways, he's running around controlling the weather, and you have to follow him and like fix his mistakes and stuff like that. Another complex Euro game. So you love Euro games. This we haven't dove We haven't dived or dove in. We haven't dove into any Euro games this complex yet. We need to hop on Lisboa. I want to play that with you. Because that's another really.
Well, I'm glad because you have no one else to play with.
I want to play with you. I also have no other choice, so it's a good thing I want to.
Have we played any? You said I love Euro games. What else is Euro besides Brass?
What is it, besides Brass?
That I've played.
That you've played?
Yeah. Were you joking when you said that?
No, I'm blanking now that you put me on the spot.
Good. What else is Euro?
I know we've played Euro games. We've played a lot of Euro games.
Like what?
A Merv.
A Merv.
Merv.
Okay, Merv is
Euro game tends to be like where each side is exactly even. There's no asymmetry going on where I have this power but you have that power and I have this advantage but you have that. Euro games are like it's this. Everybody's the same and then usually you like Power Grid. Power Grid's a Euro game.
Sounds like Europe.
And then you have to work
against each other.
You have to usually there's like resource management, collecting things, trying to optimize what you have to come out on top and score the most victory points.
See, you say Euro game.
Euro game is
you name all these things and I can't pick up what games you're talking about.
Euro game is what I think of when I think of like the classic board game. I think of like a Euro game where you like I do this and I have this many oil and this much money and I have these resources that I'm trying to pay for that and I don't know. That's just kind of why I think of it.
Okay.
Anyways, super complex. There's lots of different things going on. You can just look at the board and see that it's lots of different things. So there's lots of different aspects and they all sort of connect together. So you have to do well in all parts to score victory points. If you just do well in one part, you're not. So super complex and I know you like Euro games and I like them too. So we're getting a signed copy. It was only $10 more and I was able to hop on.
We're getting a signed copy.
So, a signed copy.
Wow.
We're going to see. Vitalis Lacerda signed himself. Okay, that is Weather Machine. I'm also going to use this Pledge Manager to pick up Kanban EV. Which is
I'm so glad I was hoping.
Which is another game by him where you're working in a car factory and you make a car, and then the other one is I'm hoping to pick up Vinos. It's another one of his where you're working at a winery and you have to make wine.
Okay. Alrighty.
Are you excited?
Are they all like the same gameplay, just different things?
It's all the same game. There's just a different picture on the board. Different art, same game.
That's what I imagine you saying that.
That's what you heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay, let's just move on from that then. That's all the games I backed. So those are all the Kickstarter games I backed. One game found Lords of Ragnarok. Remember that one.
I remember it well. I will have dreams about it tonight.
Alright, so let's move to the ones that I late pledged and pledge managers that I completed. So I only late pledged one campaign, and that's Zombicide.
Okay.
Undead or Alive.
Okay.
So Zombicide is a game where you are kind of what I showed you with Resident Evil. You're kind of going through like a map of tiles or whatever, and then zombies spawn, and you're looting, like going in different rooms and looting chests, trying to get items and weapons, and then zombies are coming and you're trying to kill all the zombies. It's more, whereas Resident Evil is more like survive with limited ammo. This is more survive with as much ammo as you need and just kill tons of zombies, and it's just more of a beer and pretzel game.
Okay.
You drink and have a good time.
Have you ever watched the video of people auditioning to be zombies on Walking Dead? No. I'll have to show you later. It's so funny. They look so stupid.
Another funny thing, I don't know why I thought of it, but if you look up a pig calling contest at like a state fair, and you watch people enact like a pig calling contest in that.
No, I haven't. I don't think.
So it's a bunch of people on stage going like, do
they look how you imagine they look?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Think like country fair Midwest, where they're eating corn dogs every day.
Okay, that's so funny.
Anyways, Zombicide, Undead or Alive. So this is Zombicide. There's a bunch of different Zombicides, all with different themes. So there's like the classic zombie one where it's like modern times. You got machine guns. There's like one for called Black Plague where it's like fantasy, where it's like think D&D, and then there's a zombie outbreak during Game of Thrones or wherever, where there's like wizards and stuff like that. This one is Wild West.
Okay. Of course
I had to jump on it. So this one, it's Wild West zombies, and what's more to say about that? There's lots of different minis, tons of different minis.
Oh, hooray.
It's going to be a good time.
I call Clint.
It's going to be a good time. There's that thing that kind of looks like you in the morning. It's a good time.
That was so mean.
There's this thing kind of was like you all the rest of the time.
Uncalled for.
That's Zombicide. I'm a sucker for the Wild West.
You see that one, Alpha Bane? That's what you wish you looked like.
That's how I feel inside. That's how I feel inside. But
you look more like, I don't know.
I was gonna make the same joke, but there's no good ones.
I'm thinking the skinny guy from Supernatural.
I don't
know if you remember the skinny guy.
Just a little guy, and I was like,
Exactly.
Okay, that's Zombicide. Late back that, and then I completed one pledge manager, and that is the pledge manager for.
Well, hot diggity dog.
If you haven't seen the South Park where they talk about people on motorcycles, go watch that.
I don't think I have.
You probably can't even. Comedy Central probably doesn't run it anymore.
Okay.
The next one that I did was Bantam West. So I just.
Oh, you've named that.
I just pledged $1.
I don't know what that is.
I was gonna back this one, and then when the campaign was ending was when we were putting in that offer on that house.
Okay.
And so I canceled all of the things and was like, I'm not buying any games
because
we're doing that.
Heard about you
so I canceled my pledge for this, and I just did $1 pledge, and I was like, if things don't work out with the house, I'm gonna buy that during the pledge manager because I want it. So your
wish granted.
So yeah, wish granted, bought it in the pledge manager. This is Red Dead Redemption. Meets a board game.
Okay, so there's no way we're getting rid of this one?
We're playing this every weekend. Every time it's my date night, we're busting this out.
I have never seen you so obsessed with a video game.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
There's one other one. What one was it? Destiny or something?
Destiny I was pretty hooked on.
Was it Destiny?
Destiny was
that right after Riley was born?
That was right after Riley
was born. Yes, that one.
I was hooked on that.
You're obsessed.
I was obsessed with that for a while. Red Dead Redemption I was obsessed with.
You didn't sleep. With Destiny.
That's not true. I take
You can tell I'm right.
That is true. That is true, but that's not like unusual for that time of my life. Basically up until like 2 years ago, me staying up for long stretches of time to play video games was not unusual. I only recently stopped playing video games.
But that was bad. It'd be like 4 a.m.
No, Destiny wasn't bad. There were way worse ones than Destiny.
Maybe we weren't married yet.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
There were way worse ones than Destiny. When Call of Duty 4 came out.
I don't think we were married yet.
We weren't. I was in high school.
That's probably why.
Game over.
Okay, since we were married, Destiny was the worst.
I don't know. I really can't say.
That was the worst.
There's been a lot of bad
Anyways,
ones. That's why
Red Dead was at. I'd say Red Dead is next, and then another game that you would get so pissed when you play it. What game was that?
Madden.
No.
NBA.
No, it was the hardest video game ever or something.
Oh, not the hardest video game ever, but probably one of the Dark Souls.
It was right after Owen was born.
Oh no, that one.
You
Sekiro.
Were... Yes.
You thought no, I was definitely obsessed with that one. That game is great, amazing. You thought I got way more angry than I ever actually did. Dark Souls. Okay. I never got that pissed with Sekiro. Sekiro was hard, but I beat it.
Like, I'm not pissed.
I'm not pissed. Sekiro is great. I can't wait for another Sekiro game.
Oh my gosh, no.
I can't wait. Oh, that's one. I was talking about the games.
Spit on me.
I got really excited. I was talking about games that would get me to buy a PlayStation 5.
No.
The next Sekiro is one. The next Sekiro is one of those. You can't say no.
I'm saying no.
Well, I'm about to black out when it comes out.
We talked about he blacked out before and bought 2 consoles in 1 week when we were broke. It was like $1,000 in 1 week.
Okay, I have to defend myself now that it was brought up.
There's no defense.
When the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 came out, I had pre-ordered the PlayStation 4 months in advance and paid for it fully months in advance. And then the Xbox One, the new Xbox, I don't know what it was. The Xbox One, whatever that was, when that came out, it came out like a week later. So I bought that in a store because I went in and it was in stock and I was like...
He went in to get something else and I was in the car and he comes back with this look on his face and I was like, what did you do? And he goes, I blacked out.
I bought an Xbox One and like a few games.
So stupid.
So it was like technically yes, I spent over $1,000 in a span of a week, but I bought the PlayStation 4 like way before.
But you got them in the same week.
And I played them. I played a lot of them, but I didn't do that for the new ones.
And then all you did was complain about how you should have waited to buy the Xbox because it sucked and it had glitches and it was the worst decision of your life.
And you know what? I made up for it with the new ones.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 and Xbox One Series X, whatever it is. I didn't buy either of those, so now we're even.
You're going to buy them in the same week.
I'm in the cave. I can't take it anymore.
You're going to go in for diapers and come out with consoles.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, we do need diapers.
No, we don't.
Anyways, Bantam West.
Okay.
I love Wild West theme, as we just talked about with Zombicide. I love Red Dead Redemption, and I love Red Dead Redemption 2. So, this being like that sort of Red Dead Redemption 2 in a board game. In a board game, you go around the map. You can hunt.
Oh, yay.
Beasts, and you can mount their heads at the saloon.
That sounds like something I'd like to do.
There's multiple goals, like quests. There's survival elements. There's a lot. There's a lot there. So I'm really excited for this one.
I'll give it a go.
That one. If it's fun and I like it, and it's like a 5 out of 5, just like War of the Ring for me. That's one that you're gonna play no matter what, on a yearly basis, whether you want to or not. You're gonna have to stick it out for me.
I'm gonna have to find something that'll make you do on a yearly basis.
And that is Bantam West. So that is everything that I backed.
Good, because it's cold out here.
That's everything I backed. I got a few games I got retail. Let me move this computer out of the way now.
Move! Get out the way. Get out the way. I said get out the way.
Move. PC. Okay.
What is PC? Oh, I get it. Like PC. I thought you were like doing some slang.
Okay.
PC.
Yeah, a personal computer.
Is that what PC stands for? I've never known that.
The first thing...
You're just going to ignore it?
We're going to cover things I bought in retail, but before we do that, I got one thing that I got in Kickstarter now.
Okay.
I backed John Company, and in that, they had an early shipment or early shipping available for PAX Premier. Boom. So I got PAX Premier. This game, you're going to hate.
Oh, no.
You're going to hate it.
Oh, no. Oh, look at all that writing.
You're going to hate it.
Oh, no.
So the people who made this, the Whirligig Games, designed by Cole Whirl.
You know how I know it's going to be bad?
How?
Because that name reminds me of the Whirligans from Poldark, and they were horrible people.
You know who were worse people than the Whirligans? The
Poldark.
Okay. This is a game. Cole Whirl, I think he has a master's in history or something like that, where he likes to make games with historical basings.
Wait, I might like it then.
Yes, that part of it's really cool. So this one, it's about like in like the 1800s, early 1800s. It's like the fight for Afghanistan, that area that happened in the 1800s between like Russia and. It probably says on the back here somewhere. I forget everything, but basically, it's a war game where you're fighting, trying to take control of that area, and I think it's for how many people?
But do you get to read stuff about history at the same time?
Yes, so you get to learn about history a little bit.
I might enjoy that.
I as far as I know, it's very very accurate. And so the game that I backed to get this John Company is a game where you play as the John Company, which was like the England in the I can't remember the years. It was like the 1700s or something when they were taking over like sending it out to Africa and stuff like that, and like doing stuff around and India and stuff like that, going around there. I don't know why I'm blanking so bad, but anyways, yes. So this is like a war game where we're gonna be fighting for that, and so it's complex, it's long, and it's a war game. So I really think you're gonna hate it.
I might, but I love.
I know there's lots of history, lots of things to learn, lots of accurate history, and also something that you don't really ever hear much about. You don't really hear about that time or weird
that
area and that time. Yeah, so it's really, really well done, really high quality, and just supposed to be really fun. So I was like, whatever, I'm getting it.
Well, I'm not dreading it.
It wasn't super expensive, and I didn't shell out for the metal coins and all that, so it didn't break the bank. So I was like, whatever, I'm going for it. So Pax Mirror, that one I'm excited to bust into, even though I think you're gonna hate it. We'll put it right there.
I might like it if there's interesting enough history.
The next one that we'll talk about is I got this expansion.
Oh no.
Boom! War of the Ring.
It's an expansion.
Warriors of Middle-earth. It's an expansion for the game.
Oh no.
So it adds like Ents. And like the and like the Return of the King, how Aragorn goes and they get the army of the dead, the ghosts.
Yes, I'm aware.
So it adds those. It also adds the spiders and like the armies and the whatever for the shadow player. But this I was gonna get shortly after I got that. It was like $35, and then it went out of stock everywhere, and then you had to spend over $100 to get it. And I'm like, I'm not spending $100 to get a little expansion, or even a big expansion for that matter. But it came back in stock places, and I got it for like $35. So I'm excited to bust this out next time we play War of the Ring.
So never.
So soon. Soon. It's getting down that time of year.
You should just have one of your friends come over and play that one with you.
I have a friend that
I'm going to be beyond boring to watch me play that game.
Yeah.
I am not going to be entertaining.
So it'll be just like every other game we play. And the subscribers who subscribe will be like, yep, that's par.
That was so mean.
Let's talk about this one.
It's different though, because when I don't like other games, I at least am still alive. During War of the Ring, I go silent.
The problem is
maybe they'll like it more.
I know I do. The problem for War of the Ring for you is that it's like 4 or 5 hours. So it's so long. So when we record that for the channel, we'll have to do it in multiple segments. No. We'll have to come out here in the morning and record for an hour, and then come out here in the evening and record for an hour. All right, next one. Next game that I got.
You're going to have to give me lots of alcohol.
Oh, I can do that. I can definitely do that.
But then you'll be playing for me.
It's going to be a good night. I can't wait. The next one is World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King. So this is a game using the pandemic system, which we've never played Pandemic, but I love World of Warcraft. I used to play that way back in the day, especially Wrath of the Lich King time. And so pandemic system, I knew it was sort of tried and true or whatnot. And so, and I knew that it's also cooperative.
You're right there?
It's upside down.
Oh, is it? Oh, I never noticed.
It's because the back is right side up. So yeah, super fun. I enjoy this one. We're going to do a playthrough of that this weekend and then a review, so that'll be the next thing coming up on the channel. But I really enjoy it, and it's just fun working together, and in games, I like working together.
Oh.
Even though you suck. Next one that we'll talk about is Obsession. So I picked up Obsession.
What do you have with me?
Keep telling yourself that. Let's just cover you up right there. That's enough out of you. So I picked up Obsession, and we got all the expansions too. This one was one that I knew the theme alone would be something that you want. And for being completely honest, I like Downton Abbey. Okay. It was good. It was pretty good. So like I don't know, this one you're playing as a great house, and you're having you have like I don't know. I didn't even do much research, to be honest. For being complete, the theme alone was like, Kristen will like this one. I'm going for it. But I know there's aspects of it that we're gonna like in the game.
Do you like build the house like the other game?
You're building up your house, so like,
you're welcome.
Like I don't know if you literally mean building a house.
Well, I meant like in the Resident Evil. Like this looked like you were like adding cards or something.
No. This one you're like you're getting like a butler, and you're getting the cook, and so I think this expansion
that is your house, because without the butler and the cook, you have no house.
So not like your physical house, but like you're building your house, like the old school house where you have your servants and all that stuff, and you want to be. I don't know. I don't. Like I said, I don't know a ton of this because I saw the theme and I was like that. And plus, it's like it has really good reviews. I've looked into it and there's aspects of the game that I know we're gonna like. Like I believe there's worker placement.
But they're cute little maids and whatnot.
Exactly, and like that guy. Look at that guy. I don't know.
Oh, he looks like a murderer.
He's got a little hammer. I thought it was like a guy with a pipe at first, but it's a hammer, I think. Anyways, so we got the expansions. Can't wait to dive into that because we like Downton Abbey.
It does.
That whole like theme and era is just super cool. And if you like Mr. Bates, like
Mr. Bates.
I don't care what anybody says. Mr. Bates killed his wife, and he killed that guy that raped his wife too.
I love Mr. Bates.
He killed his ex-wife, and he killed the guy that raped his current wife. And for anybody watching who had never seen Downton Abbey but had heard of it, they're like, "What is this show?" I thought that was some stupid Pride and Prejudice show.
No, it's good.
That was my reaction.
There's rape and death for that and murder.
Yes, it is that stupid Pride and Prejudice show. There is also, because Mr. Bates is in it, there's rape and murder.
That's
because
not true
Mr.
at
Bates,
all.
Look.
What about Elizabeth? Wait, was that her name? Mary, not Elizabeth. What about Mary? She screwed up like second episode.
From the second Mr. Bates comes onto the screen, I'm like, that guy is cold and hard. And everyone's like, oh, he's so loving. And I'm like, look into his eyes, his shark eyes. He's got nothing going on.
I remember talking about Mr. Bates before you watched it with me because I watched like the first season of that, and you were like, who's this Mr. Bates? All like irritated because he thought he was gonna be some hot stuff based on how I talked about him. And then he came on the screen and you were like, that's Mr. Bates.
Total dilf.
He needs fixing and loving and nurturing.
Yeah. No. I remember saying, though, that I'm like, Mr. Bates is up to no good. Like, when he first comes on the show, I'm like, look in his eyes. I'm like, that is a cold, hard mother effer. And he's trouble. And later, this is before I even knew that he that he's going to kill people.
He didn't. My Mr. Bates would never do that.
Okay. The next game that we got is Resident Evil 3.
Oh no!
So I got this one because of the Kickstarter I backed. It looks so fun, and I just was so into it. And it was like Halloween time, and I was caught up in the festivities. No, but
is it the same kind of?
Not putting up with that. There's just immediately ignore me and move on.
I'm used to your obsessions and your rash buying based off of your obsessions at the moment. As we just discussed.
What are you talking about? Anyways, so this is another one where you kind of like build out the thing.
Okay,
and you move
so
around.
It is the same. It's the exact same thing.
It's the same, except this is going after Resident Evil 3.
Oh.
The other one's Resident Evil 1.
Wow, it's gonna be so different.
Let's just move on. That was Resident Evil 3. I bought that. All right, what do we want to do next? Next, let's talk about...
I'm not surprised you bought it, because you like to spend money.
This next one that I bought, we finally got into it, or I finally dove into it. Marvel Champions. So this one, super popular, came out like 2018 or something like that. Really, really popular living card game.
What does that mean?
It's a card game that lives.
What does that mean?
It's like, it means that there's a regular schedule of releases for the booster packs and whatnot, or not booster packs, but decks. And then it also means that compared to like Pokemon or Magic or something like that, which is a collectible card game, there's no randomness. So when I buy a pack, I know what's in that. I know every card that's coming in that pack.
Okay.
Whereas Pokemon, you're like trying to game at Magic, you're hoping to get the best.
Okay.
So this one, you're going up against like different villains, and they have a deck, and then it's cooperative, we're working together. We have decks depending on the hero we play as.
Okay.
So this box comes with Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, She-Hulk. Is that it?
Is that what you call me?
She-Hulk, yeah, and Black Panther. And then you fight against Ultron and Rhino, and I don't remember if there's another one or not.
Ooh, look at that Thor.
Yeah, Thor.
You're a fine-looking Thor.
Every Thor is fine-looking. That's why he's Thor. So yeah, we got Marvel Champions. I'm just now breaking into this and learning it. I just kind of taught myself.
I thought that was Gamora this whole time.
No, that's She-Hulk.
That's She-Hulk.
Gamora is in the game, but that's She-Hulk.
Okay, that's funny.
I just actually taught myself today how to play this and kind of did my first run through the game. So I sort of enjoyed it. As we play it more, we're going to bust into it, but I also got some other stuff for this game. If we enjoy it, I will crack these open. But until we know we're keeping it all, I'm saving the receipt. We got this expansion, which is like a sort of a story expansion. It comes with Red Skull and Arnim Zola and Taskmaster, Absorbing Man, and Crossbones. And it's sort of an interconnected group of scenarios to kind of make a story that you fight through and have to defeat all those villains. And then it also comes with Hawkeye and Spider-Woman.
Okay.
And this is like the big box expansion that there's a couple of, and then there's also hero decks. And so I picked up at the same time I got that. I got Gamora.
There's Gamora. Doesn't she usually wear purple? It's been so long since I watched Guardians.
Yeah, I know, it's been too long. Gamora, and I got Quicksilver. And I got Doctor Strange as well.
Alrighty.
Can't even see it with the
Does
light.
it look like what's his face? Benedict?
Like Benedict?
It does.
So I got these three. So these ones were sort of, when I bought them, they were kind of hard to find online, but now it looks like they just came back in stock.
$15 each.
I didn't pay that,
Oh.
but that's like the sticker price. We got a little bit off that and off of that.
Alrighty.
But yeah, so once we know we like the base game and we know we like the system, we'll crack these open and get going on these and record some content for that.
Okay.
But if we decide we don't like the game, then I'm going to return these. I don't want to spend money on them. But yes, I think we will like it. We're sort of getting back into Marvel. It's lighter, easy to play game. Shouldn't be too hard.
They just overwhelmed. Like there was just a point where all of a sudden all this Marvel stuff
we were really
was
into
coming
Marvel,
out.
and I was with it up through Thanos, the 10 years or whatever they did up till the last Thanos movie.
Yeah.
I was with it on it, didn't miss anything, saw it all in theaters, and then after that I was just like.
We also had 2 babies.
Yeah, we had 2 babies in that time, and then had a third baby right after that Thanos movie came out, and so it was just kind of like I did it. Screw you, Marvel. I'm out. Yeah, we're sort of getting back in, getting caught up on the shows, and getting all back into it. So post your spoilers in the comments.
No.
Because
actually, I like spoilers. I always read the last page.
I always hated spoilers, and now life is too short.
I like spoilers. I get too invested, like way too invested.
Yeah, you get really invested.
I do.
Yeah. But yeah, excited for Marvel Champions. So the last one, we only have one more that I bought. Retail, and it just came in yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever that was. This one is
Is it really that heavy?
It's pretty heavy. One hand. And
You should eat your spinach.
Sleeping Gods. So this is a big one that's been coming in and out of stock. It's pretty hard to find. It's a campaign-based game. Above and Below, that game over there. This is the same.
Is it like
it's
that?
the same company. It's the same guy. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like that, but it's like the same art style.
Okay.
It's Ryan Lockhout, or however it's pronounced. Same
I
designer.
did not notice this little monster down here until now.
Yeah, that would be the Sleeping God. I think. I don't know. Anyways, so in this one, you kind of see here, there's a book that has like a bunch of pages, and you lay that out, and you like sail your boat around on it, and there's different like locations and stuff. That you go to, and it's a campaign base. So you're sailing around and you're exploring around the sea, and there's story cards and story elements, storybook I think even. You're leveling up your crew, and you're just trying to like complete the quest or whatever, the main story, while you level up and go around. So it just seems really, really fun. It really, really is intriguing, like the art and everything. And then on top of that, it's got like spectacular reviews and spectacular. It's been getting lots of really, really good buzz.
Already
so
then?
it comes in stock, and then less than an hour later it goes out of stock, or sometimes even less than 15 minutes later it goes out of stock. So I was lucky enough to grab it when it was in stock.
Nice.
And so I'm excited to bust in that. That's going to be one that's coming up soon.
Okay.
Sleeping Gods. Really excited for that. And then he has another game coming out soon called Near and Far.
Wow.
And that one's actually part of like the whole Above and
Popping 'em
Below.
out.
Above and Below. No, not Near and Far. No, not Near and Far. Above and Below, and then there was Near and Far, and then Now or Never is coming out. And it's like a trilogy of games.
Okay.
So we'll have to get that one too. Okay, so those are all the ones that I bought. Everything, that's all.
I thought it was never going to end.
That's all the monies that I was spent. So then let's talk about games leaving our collection.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about just some general channel updates. So the first game leaving our collection, get ready to clap. Okay. You've served your time. It's time to move on. Playthrough, review up on our channel. You can check it out to see our full thoughts and everything. I like it. It's fun. She doesn't like it. She hates it. So
too repetitive.
I don't love it enough like War of the Ring to make her play it. So we're going to move on from it. We'll be selling this or trading it, whatnot. Second one that we'll be getting rid of is...
Did you hear it cry as you put it down?
Yeah, I did. Small World of Warcraft is the next one we're getting rid of. Also have a playthrough and a review up on our channel. You can check it out to see our full thoughts and everything on that. Long story short, I thought it was fun, but it just wasn't. I don't know. There wasn't
it was
quite.
repetitive.
There wasn't quite enough there for the two of us to continue to play it.
Yeah.
If I just like Kemet, actually, if I had other people to play games with, I'd probably keep it. Yeah. So since she wasn't a huge fan, we'll get rid of it. But
did you even finish your thought?
I don't know. Did I?
I don't think you
lost.
did.
I completely lost my train of thought.
That was bad.
You say the things about that one. You say the words that I was trying to say.
That was so funny. I was like, did that make sense? I literally was playing it back through my mind.
It's late now, and I'm
usually not.
I'm like ready to like be done now.
I know.
And so I was like, last one, and I just lost my track of thought.
That was so good. I can't wait for you
track.
to watch that back when you're editing.
I'm keeping that in. Keeping that in. All right. So say what I was trying to say.
This game sucks, and we're not gonna play it ever again. But thanks for the trade, man. If you watch this video, that was really nice of you.
Thanks for that trade. That was awesome. The game sucked, and you're a jerk.
I don't blame your wife for not wanting to play it.
I liked it. Thank you. From me.
Yeah, trades are cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad I tried it.
Yeah, and you should really be happy that we got that game because it got Cryo out of our collection.
I would play that 1,000,000 times over Cryo.
Sure. So that's all the games that we got and then we're getting rid of.
Are we ever gonna get rid of Windward? Just to bring that up.
Yes, Windward we're getting rid of. I backed their second Kickstarter.
Oh no.
Where it's like an expansion to Windward.
I've never wanted to slap you so hard.
Now, I have two things to say. For one, hear me out, because sometimes the expansion does make the game, change the game enough to make it like a really good game. And then for two, I was also thinking that we would just give it away. that was my defense.
Exactly.
All right, so that's everything. So let's talk about just a brief channel update, and then we'll get out of here.
A brief channel update. There's nothing you say is brief. Everything takes forever.
I'll have you know that this is going to be very brief.
Okay.
Now, where was I going? Yes. The year was 1906.
Exactly.
Where was I going? Oh yeah, just a brief channel update. So like I said, we've been putting out a gameplay and a review every single week. We're going to kind of switch that up to focusing on a gameplay one week and then a review the next week to kind of give us a little more breathing room. But then also putting out like an unboxing here and there and like a collection update like this once a month rather than every quarter. And then on top of that, also trying to cover a little bit more Kickstarter stuff like during the campaign. So talking about Kickstarters as they're live rather than just what I backed when it was done. So that's kind of the plan moving forward. Still going to try and have 2 videos a week on average. But just sort of switch it up to a gameplay one week and then a review the next week. So also one thing to say is we have like 95 subscribers, I think, as of recording this video.
Okay.
And so just a big thank you to everybody who's watching and who's even subscribed and not watching. Right. 95 subscribers is not a lot of people in the YouTube world, but to me as a person, 95 is a lot of people.
Yeah,
so
we expected none.
Yeah, exactly. So like even like the 50 or 40 like views that most of our videos get to pretty or on average or whatever is
pretty easily.
Yeah, the fact that there's 50 people that even click on a video of me playing a board game is a lot. So thank you so much to everybody. Truly, we really appreciate it, and the people that comment, we appreciate that too. You're awesome. You know who you are. Just the people who are supporting our channel. I just want to say thank you.
You're gonna cry.
Who you are.
Cutting onions over there. You're gonna pull some onions.
My supporters make my eyes rain. Yeah, that's it. So thank you to all 95 or however many we're at now. Thank you so much.
We're gonna go
exactly. We see this video lost like 20 subscribers. That's okay. I don't want people that watch anyway. I'm not in for the money. I don't care.
We get no money.
I don't.
You spend money.
I don't owe any of these companies a dime. So you know what? Cryo, you suck. And
but hey, if you're okay with honest reviews, we'll play your game.
Honest reviews, yeah. If you send it on a separate note, send us your game. We'll totally give it a review. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else to say. Thank you very much. We're rambling now. Thank you for stopping in.
Forever.
Comment, like, subscribe. Going to be putting out videos every single week, multiple videos every week, and just let us know what you want us to play. We'll pick up games if you suggest it. We will do
probably
tell us.
if they're not $150.
Some people. Yeah, there's somebody. What game was that?
I don't know. It looked good.
Somebody requested a game and it was really expensive. It was like, okay, maybe on a down month we'll buy that one, but I'm not getting that
it's
yet.
on his list.
It's on. I added it to the wish. I always add it to the wish list, but where on the wish list?
Yeah,
that's something different. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, all that. I don't even know if I said that or not. But go out there, show kindness. Crazy times out there. Crazy times. You never know who's behind you, right there in that bush. You don't know who's watching. So be kind and check your back. And always look to the...
Okay. Happy New Year.